If she says that, you've probably got bigger problems.
Or smaller.
Yeah, get in there. It's already there. Are you in? Oh, fuck me.
That's the
right?
worst.
Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna leave. Hi, Tim.
Hello, Sam.
How are you?
I'm super duper. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. It's been an eventful couple days for you, my friend.
It's been an eventful couple weeks for me.
Seems to be an ongoing trend.
First, it was the wallet, and
Yeah.
then
Which we spoke to in great lengths.
did we talk about it?
We did. We talked about it, and we talked about your ID card and how it was going to be your mustache forever.
Such a pain. Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's a different song and dance.
Same song and dance.
Well, it's track 2.
Yes, part 2 of this wonderful ongoing. I left my keys in Colorado. I'll just cut to
Let's get after it. Left your keys in Colorado on a bro trip. You went on a bro trip, right?
Yeah. Just me and Alex.
Mm-hmm.
And
one thing led to another.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I forgot them. So because I have a giant carabiner on it.
Yes.
This is for anybody in Colorado because
in case it comes. Yeah.
I looked at our analytics. 35% of our listeners
are from Colorado.
Yeah, are the state of Colorado.
So 6 people.
Yeah. If anybody in Colorado finds my keys, Toyota keys, with a giant carabiner on it,
you can come straight to 2524 Larson
and steal my fucking car.
There's a truck right here waiting for you.
Yeah. It's a nice Tacoma, 50,000 miles on it.
Yeah. It's a little messy on the inside though.
Okay.
It could be.
That was only because
it
you
could
guys
be
were
a little bit cleaner.
When you guys get in,
and here's the
chair's too tall.
Here is the complexity that is Sam. Sam in his front seat had a bag of old cheese curds, which he confessed to openly.
Yeah,
a few weeks ago.
I forgot them.
They were there, and also in the front seat was a container of protein powder. So
not protein powder.
It was a pre-workout. Okay, so yeah,
so you got in the car before going to the gym.
So
interesting. You can't forget it then.
Interesting dichotomy of nutrients. You've got the old cheese curds that have been, macromade into the floor from osmosis.
Listen,
and then you've got,
okay,
and
you're
then you've
making
got
it sound way worse for the viewers than it was.
And there's no viewing. There's the listeners.
The listeners, whatever.
Nice try.
They're viewing with their ears.
You know how eyesight works and stuff? Is this new to you? Or?
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
you make it sound like the cheese curds were baked into the carpet, Tim.
They were not. When I tried to pick them up off the carpet,
stop lying.
The carpet came with it.
They were in a bag.
And I believe the words that came out of my mouth were, "You should be ashamed of yourself. This is embarrassing."
Okay, I'm very ashamed.
Well, at least nobody knows.
Except for anybody who just heard the story. I have this ongoing thing where I made up a rule a while back where it's when you get out of the car, you take one piece of garbage with you.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually your car gets cleaned. Unless you add 2 every time you get in.
So when the car is cleaned out and you go to get out, now you're the garbage.
That's why my car's never clean.
Remind me to put we started a bad joke tally marks on my whiteboard. And that definitely gets That definitely gets a tally, as they say.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah,
that was a good bad joke.
It was a good bad joke. You led me into it though, like a horse to water.
I did, yes. And then
I don't. Yeah.
Why are there so many sayings about horses?
Because there's
you can't beat
thousands
of
years of horse riding. Thousands.
Thousands?
Yeah, dude. Look it up. It's in a book.
All right, I'll believe that.
So
so there was plenty of time to make jokes about horses.
Yeah.
You can't lead a horse to water. You can't
beating a dead horse.
Don't beat it. Stop beating it. Don't beat a dead horse.
Mm-hmm.
What are the other horse ones?
I feel like there's more than that, but I have no interest in talking about any more of that.
Yeah. I haven't ridden a horse in ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even the mechanical one in festival.
Maybe when I was
oh no, that's Meyer. Meyer's got.
They have one?
Yeah, they have one when you're checking out. The one in it's not Appleton. It's on the way to Appleton, but
there's one in Green Bay. Do they have it too?
I don't think so. But this one out there, they have They have a mechanical horse, and they got a whole can of pennies.
of pennies.
Yeah, at the base of it, and it costs a penny to ride the horse, and you get on and it does the shitty music, and it's like wicked slow. Yeah,
maybe I rode one at like a. Ooh.
It's not. I mean, kids are riding it, dude.
Okay.
And with the mustache, I don't recommend hanging out by.
I'm actually, as long as I have this mustache, not allowed within like 300 feet of the school anymore.
I think that goes without saying. So, but not even one of those, huh?
Maybe at like a Ferris park?
No, like it's not, what do they call that? Merry-go-round.
Yeah, maybe at one of those.
Or like the ones that are on the spring in the playgrounds, you know?
Yeah, that rock back and forth. Yeah.
You never rode one of those?
Maybe one of those.
Because that's not really a horse.
No.
Doesn't even have legs.
It's a plastic sculpture, yeah.
With a spring coming out its ass.
Yeah.
So I've ridden like maybe 2 horses, and they weren't really like, they were trail horses. So those are the kind of that just like
they don't give a fuck.
They're over it, dude.
Yeah.
Like their thoroughbred days are behind them. They're just like,
I'm dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this interesting thought though when we talk about that type of thing, right? Like riding horses.
Yeah.
So if you go to the Grand Canyon, they used to, I don't know if they do anymore.
They still do.
They do that with the donkeys, right? And I always had this idea that like there's all the donkeys, right, and they're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
And they're in their pen or whatever, and they're looking at the fucking tourist that's about to come ride them down the hill for like the 90th time in their life, and you know one's just like, Bill, today's the day.
Yeah.
I'm fucking doing it, right off the edge, 0 fucks, and I'm taking this fat fucker with me, and Bill's like.
Just fucking send it, dude.
Fucking Gary. Gary, don't do it, you know?
Yeah.
And then Gary gets out there and he's like, YOLO, and he's just fucking and that's
there goes my legs.
And Bill's like, man, he said he was gonna do it, but like
yeah,
he's been saying that for years. And then and finally like,
oh fuck.
Gary's just like, I'm over it. I'm done.
So do you ride them down or do you just load them up with stuff? Because I think there's a chance.
What stuff are you loading? The tourists are there for like to go to the bottom of the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what? It's not like they're going down there to pan for gold or anything. They're like. They're there because they paid $90 for 2 hours to ride this fucking donkey down to the bottom and back up.
The old prospector needs a ride.
That would be funny though, dude. If somebody shows up and they got all their pans and like they're like, yeah, I'm here for the tour, and then like. They come up and they're like short one person. They're like, oh yeah, that guy, I saw him get off and he said bye. And he now lives down there like panning for gold.
Can you imagine being back in like the 1800s and being like, probably earlier than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 1700s? I don't
know.
No,
well, the country's...
When was the gold rush?
Gold rush was like 1830s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh.
Can you... Was it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bullshit.
I'm being fairly honest.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fairly honest enough.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being like back then and like sifting through a fucking creek for...
And then you find a baseball-sized piece of gold.
And you're like...
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
If anybody
you're so
sees
screwed.
this.
You're so screwed.
You shove it in your pocket and you like whistle your way back to town.
And everybody knows.
And somebody's
because
like...
you never whistle when you walk in.
What's that bulge in your pocket? And they know you're not erect.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
you're not that
like,
big.
No.
Like...
And also your pants pockets were probably pretty shitty in those days.
Yeah. You might not even have pants
Maybe it's
pockets.
in your satchel.
Yeah.
Yeah, your man purse. That's what they didn't call them.
You're riding your horseback. Yeah, and your horse is like...
Or your donkey. We don't discriminate.
Yeah.
It could be a donkey too. You know, a fucking alpaca. I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking of like a Peruvian.
I feel exactly.
He's riding the alpaca.
He's like
back
very
to town.
very exotic. They're like, look at this fucking guy.
Super nice wool
they
socks
just want
on.
to they just want to kick his ass. He's got llama socks on riding alpaca. He's got his beanie on with his hair sticking out the front, and they're like, this guy, he is not from around here. And also, it's 1830.
Yeah, what the fuck is a Peruvian doing here?
He's way ahead of his time. Yeah, dude, those guys used to get their asses kicked all the time. Not the Peruvians, the gold rush guys, because there'd be dudes watching them, you know. And then as soon as they struck it, you know, mildly rich, they get jacked.
Is the play then, rather than pan for gold, to just build a really tall sniper's nest.
Yeah, just rob.
And then like wait for him to finish.
Robbery was definitely the easier.
Are you the panner or the robber?
I'm neither. I would never do any of those things. I'm.
Are you the horse?
I'm the guy that's buying the shit at the store, or like maybe I don't know. Like I always imagine trying to live in those times, and like just the smell alone makes me so fucking disgusted. Like, dude. Like they never showered, right?
Yeah,
There's no, and if you took a bath, it was just like that, literally like soaking your own shit.
Well, if you're a gold panner, you're showering all the time.
You're like, and your ankles are really clean.
Yeah,
because you're standing in the water. That's about it. But probably not because you're wearing shitty boots and you're not taking your boots off in the water.
You might get a bath like once a week when somebody jumps on your back and attempts to strangle you to death, and you're fighting in the water.
Yeah, you're mugged in the water. Or you're fighting for your life from the Native Americans, whoever it is, like it's just a detrimental situation. So I think that I don't prefer to live, or even in my mind, hypothetically live in those times. You don't want to live there? Yeah, at all. And then there's the outhouse thing, like,
I think I'd be okay with that.
The door was never secured. Like it was like they didn't have locks on those doors. They just,
so somebody's just walking.
Yeah, just walking, and it's like it's a one-seat shitter, so it's everybody's like. They see you go in.
They probably knocked.
I don't think they knocked.
They just came in and robbed you while your pants are on your ankle.
If you think back, yeah, exactly. You think back to those days, like I don't think knocking was a thing. Like they just came in.
Like everything had swinging doors.
Yeah. Or
what if offices had swinging doors like
saloon doors?
Yeah.
So every time
tacos are here.
Every time.
And a bucket next to the door to spit in.
But it's only at the conference room. And so, like, everybody's sitting at the table and everybody has to make, like, an entrance. And, like, sling pens or something. I don't know.
If you were in the West.
Yes.
What would your job be? The Wild West.
The Wild West. Are we talking pre-Civil War, post-Civil War? Because that's a big difference. And when I say that, what I'm talking about is the East. We're talking post. Okay, so the Western territories have developed a little bit. There's more.
A little, but there's not much.
There's still some. I'd probably end up being an outlaw, honestly. Like
I could see that.
Not like on purpose. I would just kind of fall into it, and then it would be like, well, shit. And I probably wouldn't make it very far. I'm not very good at it.
I was showing my gun to the bartender.
Yeah, and next thing you know, he's throwing all his money at me, and I'm just like, all right, I guess I'll do that now.
Dude, look down this.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be good at it. I'd probably be caught immediately. Like I could foresee like robbing somebody, and they rob me back. That's how bad of an outlaw I'd be. And then,
but you steal everything except for their gun, and then they're like,
and then I would get busted for trying to rob them, even though they robbed me, and I would say, no, they robbed me back, and that apparently wouldn't be good enough, and I would go to jail. So, and it would be.
Do you have like a nickname that would go with it? Your Wild West Tim.
My Wild West Tim nickname, probably like, this is Happy Gilmore, dude. Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin.
Because it's got to be an alias. It can't be like your real name, So I think Shooter McGavin would be pretty sick. And then if you used it back in the day, then when Shooter McGavin tried to use his name in Happy Gilmore, he'd be like, oh, he's talking about that Wild West guy, that outlaw.
Who would rob people and then get robbed back because he didn't take their gun.
Known as the shittiest outlaw in the West.
Or tie him up, yeah.
Yeah. He rode trains. He didn't rob them, but he rode them.
He saved rope. He didn't tie him up, so they just chased him down right away.
He rode a horse once.
He didn't like it, so
he was on a donkey. He was on a donkey that tried to commit suicide.
Smelled too much, so he gave up.
And he knocked on doors, which was really weird. Like every time he went somewhere, he knocked. I would be the innovator of door knocking. I would just everywhere.
He was the innovator of the latch.
Yeah,
because he was sick of people walking in on him while he was shitting. Yeah, and he's like, "What do you?"
Or even just getting dressed and you're like in a very compromising position, and maybe your drawers aren't the cleanest drawers, and then they come busting in, and you're just like, "Whoa, occupied."
Don't look at my underwear.
Yeah, don't look at my dirty drawers. Yeah, like my jumpsuit, right? Because that's what they had, like that with the little flap on the ass.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, my flap would definitely not stay up either. It would be like
so when you're running away after robbing somebody,
my ass would be out for sure.
He had a tattoo of
an alpaca on his ass.
And he rode with a group of Peruvians.
Yeah, he claimed he was Peruvian to try to throw everybody off the scent. which I thought was really weird. And he had
alpaca.
He had wool socks on.
that kept falling down. He'd pull them up, and they were like stretched.
They were the worst. And we also had concerns because it's like 8,000 degrees outside, and he's wearing wool socks.
Wool socks.
Yeah, it's very weird.
With a flapless ass.
Yeah, pretty much. What about you? What would your Western?
I'd probably be like a bar owner or something.
Yeah.
And then like
a bar owner, huh? Like,
yeah.
You mean like a bartender?
No, like
you would own the bar.
Yeah, and I guess I would operate it too.
Typically, the bartender was the bar owner.
But we would host like poker games.
Yeah, would you have like a brothel upstairs and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all in.
Yeah.
So hotel / brothel or just brothel?
Just like a brothel bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brothel bar.
Yeah. You know.
Okay. Piano player?
Oh, 100%. He's up there diddling them keys with some old West tune. And maybe if I'm feeling ambitious, I'll put it in the background of this part while we talk about the Wild West.
diddling keys. This is the term you decided.
I have the mustache now.
Damn, dude.
I'm full in on this. Diddling keys.
Does Elton John diddle keys?
Dude, I've got like the big mustache. I'm already on track to be a Western bar owner. All I need is like the outfit.
Yeah.
You know, the striped
the
pajama
vest,
looking things.
The vest
yes.
and a pocket watch.
And then like a poker game would bust out and it would just be super high stakes and somebody would lose because they slipped like an ace from underneath the table onto it and they're all like it's a Mexican standoff now.
Oh.
Where they're all pointing guns at each other. Don't blast him.
Why are you bringing race into this?
There's definitely a couple Mexican guys there.
In your Wild West bar, there's Mexicans that show up, so it's like
there's like a Mexican, an American, and a French guy in a standoff.
Oh, the Frenchies are in it now.
Yeah, over a game of
like, French guy gives up instantly.
Blackjack.
Like he gives up.
He gives it because
he's a non-starter.
Yeah, and then from behind the bar, like I pull out the shotgun, and I'm like, "All right, boys, knock it off," and they all sit down.
And everybody sits down and starts crying and say, "You're the best."
Yeah, and then it's super quiet, right? And like
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anything because there's like guns pointing. They're like looking back and forth.
Yeah. Like that drives me nuts in the Western movies when you always hear like in that situation and there's like constant gun like charging, right? Like you hear the hammer click. And like how many times you gonna charge? Like it happens in action.
Shot, yeah,
it happens in action movies too. Like in today, like every time somebody pulls out a gun, it's like, and then he like pulls out a gun again. He's like, and you're just like, dude, how many times?
He's like, I'm gonna blast your head.
Yeah, I'm like, you should have had that shit charged already.
Obviously, you've just ejected like 6 or 7 rounds.
You're obviously an amateur. Like so that's a pet peeve of mine as well. Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But after they'd all sit down and then the music would start playing again and there'd be like bottles getting broken over people's heads and there's like moonshiners dropping off their distilled moonshine.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in a bathtub.
Out front is like a pull behind taco cart.
Oh. From the dudes that were playing poker?
Yeah. No, for them.
Oh, for them.
Yeah, there's just like a little Mexican guy wearing a sombrero.
You're kind of describing Los Angeles right now, just so you know. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, LA is kind of just like like the Wild West.
Yeah, pretty much. And you had a bar there. Well, I, for one, am I don't like that idea of living in the Wild West. And even in the early 1900s, like the whole dance scene, not for me.
No,
I don't do the dance. I do the drink. But then there was a time where they took away the drink too.
If you drink enough, do you get to dancing?
No.
So there's no like
dancing for me is like
strictly off.
So like you've seen Seinfeld and Elaine when she does her awkward dance. That's me. That's like. I don't have any rhythm, which is ironic because when I was in high school, I was in the marching band, and I played the drums for like half a period, like one class, and they're like, "No, you're done. You're done."
Yeah,
because like
Shooter McGavin, get out of here.
Yeah, Shooter McGavin, take your llama socks, get the fuck out, go fucking sit in the
pick
quad.
Pick up like your sad trombone, and you're like,
wah, wah, wah. I couldn't even play that because I couldn't do the I only did it because, like, in our high school, you had to take you had to take a foreign language. Mm-hmm. So it was Spanish, pretty much.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was band.
Or band. No.
Band was the foreign language.
Yeah, it was kind of.
I mean, it was pretty foreign to you, apparently.
Yes. Every like instruments, just in general, not for me. And then also, I discovered quickly I don't have any rhythm, which is like not ideal for a percussion person or anybody for that matter trying to, play.
Absolutely. I played drums for a year.
Yeah.
And then I failed band.
Like the snare drum.
Yeah. And like the bass, it was really heavy.
The bass, yeah. Did you guys do marching stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
I did marching stuff, and it was during my skateboarding years, and so like I had my band uniform on, but I was sagging my pants because I was hardcore skateboarder in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And they stuck me with the cymbals, the big cymbals, and all I had to do was walk down the street, didn't have to carry shit, and just go every once in a while, and then every once in a while I would go the big one.
Yeah, when they point at you.
Right. Yeah. The guy next to me with the sticks would be like, now, and I'd be like, okay, like it's like that's the only reason.
You were late, Tim.
Yeah.
Come on, shoot him again.
Fucking horrible.
Fucking pick it up.
Yeah, it was real bad. But I only did that because I didn't want to do Spanish or PE because it was marching band, so I knocked out 2 birds with 1 stone doing this. Good. Yeah, I mean it was okay, but and now my kids are at the age where one of them is in band and she's not doing marching stuff yet because she's still in middle school, but like
marching band sucked.
My wife did it and she loved it and she was amazing at it, and you could tell she has rhythm and all that stuff. Not for me. The whole walking around stuff too, not for me. It's just sweaty. You get sweaty, like, I mean.
So you wouldn't ride a horse. You wouldn't ride an alpaca.
No.
But you would just...
The alpaca is a spinning one, right? Those are the ones that spit on you? Yeah.
That's why you would have one.
Oh. Yeah. Probably, they're rude. Yeah, they're kind of the asshole of the...
Like you walk into that Wild West Tavern, you're like...
Yeah.
And then the llama does it too. Yeah. Yeah.
And the llama, like, doesn't even try to hit the
what are you going to name your llama?
I don't even know, like, good llama names. Like, I would have to, like, Google it. And, like, back in that day, you don't have the Google.
Break the... llama.
Oh my god. Remind me to put a mark on the board for that one.
Yeah, I got
too.
you, don't worry.
Yeah. I don't know that llamas aren't for me. Like I like dogs, but we don't even have dogs anymore. Like pets are just like we got pets in the house, and I'm just kind of like I don't see the point anymore.
Okay.
I like them enough to like let them be there.
Yeah.
But I'm not like super engaged. Like we have this cat. His name is CC, which is short for Cobra Commander. We used to have a dog
that was named after emails.
No, and we had a dog that was named Duke because we had the whole G.I. Joe thing going on.
Okay.
Yep. We had Duke first, and then we got Cobra Commander, the cat, his arch nemesis. And when we got the cat, we got it from a humane society, right? And this cat had the worst shits I've ever seen any animal ever have. Like, I don't think that cat stopped shitting from, like, the minute we picked it up. It was just a fucking diarrhea machine. Like,
was it shitting at the...
No. That's what was false advertising. Like, because I was like...
They squeezed it dry and then put it up for sale.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, hurry up. The cat's not shitting all over the place. Get him out there. Oh, the kids love him. And then the second we get him in the car, shitting everywhere. Yeah, just fucking like a sprinkler of diarrhea. And
does it still?
No. So this cat had turns out we took the cat to the vet and it had some kind of like stomach thing because of the vet, or not the vet, the Humane Society.
Yeah.
Had it like not worms or nothing like that. It was just on a different diet. So we put the cat on the new diet and it's getting better, but it's still shitting all over the place. And the vet's like, put a diaper on it if it's shitting all over the place. I don't know if you've ever seen a cat with a diaper on. But that's the funniest fucking thing you'll ever see in your life, because it was just a kitten, but it's walking with its back legs like sticking straight out, like they don't function, and waddling everywhere. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
I think I would have just put the cat in a room and then closed the door.
And
let it shit in that room.
So we had the cat for like maybe a couple days, and still had the diaper on. Well, one night it worked its diaper off.
Okay.
In the middle of the night, unbeknownst to anybody, and I'm we're sleeping, and next thing I know, I kind of feel this like kind of whiff across my face.
You're bad. No.
And I'm like,
that's incorrect.
And it freaked me out because I'm like, this is a kitten. They're like, that's the only thing I could think of. Like, it's either the kids or the cat. And the cat is like a brand new kitten, and we're on one of these really high beds, and I'm like, no way this fucking cat climbed up here So I get up, and sure as shit, it was the cat.
Was it pooping?
And I went into the bathroom to look in the mirror because I was like, that definitely just didn't feel like fur. And I got Dirty Sanchez from the fucking cat. Like a streak of shit from one side of my face to the other, right across my lip.
And because it lost the diaper.
The diaper was gone.
And then it crawled across your face.
Across my face.
So is your bed all full of shit too?
Yeah. And so I got Dirty Sanchez. The bed was full of shit. And I'm like, fuck. And everybody's like, oh, but the cat's so cute. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got Dirty Sanchez. Like, how am I the one paying the price?
I can't believe you kept the cat.
We kept the cat.
I would have thought about bringing it back.
You saw the cat at my house. Yeah. That's the cat. And that
you realize that cat owns you now.
That cat, that cat's a motherfucker. You know, and I'm being nice because he's a complete fucking asshole. But like he murders, like we call him the murder cat. He goes outside and he murders bunnies like it's his fucking job.
Damn.
Rips their heads off, brings the head to the front porch, and the kids are like, "Oh, he's so cute!" And like,
can we keep
cute
the dead
murder
body?
cat,
Yeah.
like, fucking yeah, dude, murder cats.
I have an important question for you.
Yeah, send it. What do you got?
Why do they call it the Humane Society?
That's an interesting question because
and why should we assume that humans are humane?
They don't really traffic in humans.
Yeah,
do they? They traffic in animals. So
I've asked. Yeah, they look at me very odd when you ask to see their people.
So it would be weird to call it the Animal Society, wouldn't it?
No,
I guess not. But that's kind of implies that they have many animals to give.
Yeah,
they do have other animals,
and they
right?
do. Yeah, they always do. Like they got like dogs, and cats.
Okay, you named two. The
there's
animal kingdom is vast.
Multiple kinds of dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dumb dogs, smart dogs.
Some in between.
Yeah, somewhere in between. So
cats that shit on you, cats that piss all over the place.
I don't know why they do that, but I also think that there's a racket when it comes to their website because they have the kitty cam or the puppy cam, and it's like.
Do they really?
Oh yeah, they have. At least the one in Nashville did, and like you could log on to their website and look at the kitty cam, and like certain hours of the day, they would put all their kitties, all the kittens, in this room with the camera, and you could just sit there and watch cats fuck around. And we went to a place here, not here, but in Appleton. It's a cat bar, and it's like.
Can you bring your cat?
No, they have cats there. Cats are supplied, and. They have coffee and stuff, and so you can go in there and get coffee.
See, again, why is it not called a human bar with cats?
With cats instead of a cat bar. It's not that cats are. So the cats, you can buy treats and feed them to the cat, but like cats don't really like people that much, right? And so like, especially strange people. So like, what temperament? Like, I can't even imagine like the thought process behind this. Like, cats are vicious, and you're like, especially if you don't know that cat, and like, you ever see somebody that doesn't know the cat, and they're like trying to get the cat to come over to them, and like, it's not a fucking dog. Cat's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, they're like underneath the couch.
Even when you know the cat, they're like,
still fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. You're get out of here.
Unless
you right, get.
Yeah, and also like I don't know if you like catnip is funny to me. Like I gave some to the cat. And it's
like borderline abusive, but
I get a kick out of it because I know that cat's like in his mind
high
is going,
shit,
going through all kinds of new shit.
He's tripping fucking balls.
Yeah, which brings joy to my heart. But anyways, this other place, like you sit there with your coffee, and we brought the kids with us, and they're like petting the cats, and I told my wife, I said, I predict at the end of this, the first thing that comes out of these kids' mouths when we get to the car, when can we go get a cat? I want a new cat. I'm like, we got a fucking cat at home. It's a murder cat. It's your cat. Cat shit on my face. That cat fucking stays. And like
that's the problem with pets is that like once you get one, people are like, oh, I just want a puppy again. It's like great. You got like 14 more years left in.
Right. This one's got some longevity to it. We had the two dogs. The one dog died. Duke died. He was like 12. Right. I mean, he was falling all over the place. I mean, it was time. And good dog. And then we had this other shithead dog that shall not be named, and and fucking neurotic, spastic, schizophrenic, probably. I don't know. Like it's like all these, and the kids.
It was a catnip addict. Yeah.
This dog was nuts, and my mother-in-law agreed to take the dog, so we got rid of that dog, and now we just have the cat, and the cat's like ruling the roost. Like the cat wanted to rule the roost the whole time. The dogs were there, but the dogs were always fucking with the cat. Now the dogs are gone. And now the cat's got the whole place to himself. And he doesn't know what to do.
Supreme.
Right, and he doesn't know what to do with himself. And I'm like, well, we took away all of his entertainment, fending for his life every fucking split second, because that one dog, the neurotic dog, liked to fuck with the cat all the time. And now we took that dog away, so his nemesis is gone. And so now he's just like, I don't know, he's like Skeletor without He-Man.
Yeah, what do I do? Like, do I just go shit on Tim's face again?
Yeah, he's might as well, because
I mean, you are the arch nemesis now.
He hates me. And he cats, they sit there.
Like I said, arch nemesis.
Cats, you look at a cat's eyes, right? You're not supposed to like lock eyes with them, because that's
because you'll go straight to hell.
Right. They suck
Cats
your soul
are evil,
out.
yeah.
And I purposely like walk by and I see the cat just sitting there, and he's just like minding his own business, not doing anything, and I'll stop and like stare him down, just to let him know, like,
fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, Chris has a cat.
Oh yeah.
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 It's very friendly, and like I would say he's rough with it, but like when it hisses at him, he just doesn't care. So he'll like.
That's usually the sign that's gonna murder you in your sleep.
But then it sinks its teeth into Chris, and Chris still doesn't care.
Oh my god.
And he's like, yeah, she doesn't bite that hard.
That's
But the weird thing is he sets the cat down like after a little bit, and the cat will like run away, and then a moment later it'll come back.
It's like Etch-a-Sketch memory.
It's like
it goes into the corner, and then it comes back. He's like, okay.
Yeah, and then he picks it up and turns it upside down. He turns it sideways. Yeah.
Yeah.
We put it in his hood, like in his hoodie once.
How big is a cat, though? Is it like
It's like you can fit it in a hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hood cat?
Yeah. The cat's from the hood.
Gangster.
Fucking bad joke board again. But I think I have a picture of that.
Of the cat?
Yeah.
This helps nobody listening to us right now, by the way.
I'll try and describe it. So my roommate Chris was wearing a hoodie with it on backwards, and then, that's pretty much it.
In bigger news, here's another picture. You know what that is?
That's our food.
That's our tacos sitting at the front
perfect timing.
door.
Here you go.
Are we done here? Oh, look at this. Why is it? Hold on. He's wearing his hood backwards.
That's what I said. I was describing it for. Tim, were you not even listening? You were too busy thinking about our tacos.
Yeah, thinking about tacos. The cat's ass is like literally in his mouth. Yeah. That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Chris.
But that cat puts up with so much
Fix yourself.
Shit.
Chris.
Bubba Shitties.
What?
Bubba Shitties. That's the cat's name.
Bubba Shitties?
Yeah. He's got a fucking... He literally has a Christmas sweater with it on. Dude, you're going to love Christmas.
No, I don't think so. I don't do the ugly sweater thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the ugly sweater. All right, we did a contest once and I won. And that was pretty much the pinnacle of my ugly Christmas sweater days. Like I went out on top. I won and done.
Here's this cat again.
Like the fact that you have more than one picture of this cat on your phone and it's not your cat, you might want to seek therapy.
Okay, yeah. I'll get rid of it.
Yeah.
Here's it versus a Roomba.
Oh,
by the way,
I take the Roomba all day, every day.
We're gonna lose our Roomba sponsorships after this. Yeah. That thing is.
There's always shark.
All I get is notifications all the time that my Roomba is stuck and has not completed a job.
That sounds like my teenagers.
Yeah.
Your teenagers like.
Oh, you know what? It's probably old enough now because when we got it figured out it's figured out the system. It's a little moody. You ask it to clean it.
It knows how long it's gonna have to. How many times you have to ask for it to do something. Yep.
It makes up excuses like it'll say the brush is obstructed and now it can't do its job, so it goes back and
goes back to the basement.
Yeah,
it goes back to the basement,
and you're like, dude,
you have to holler for it.
I'm not asking you to do the dishes. I'm not asking you to clean the garage.
Although all those things I would ask.
All I want is I just want the floor swept. I want it vacuumed. Mm-hmm. Put it all in the bin.
Yeah,
no, and then it does like half the job, and the bin is full because of the cat and all that fucking cat hair.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't miss about the dogs is we do we have a shark, right, that does the same thing, and it can do the whole house and it barely gets full.
You know the problem with them is that they just there's always stuff on the floor.
Yeah.
Like cords.
Some kind of computer charger or whatever. Yeah.
Or anything. Mm-hmm. And if you want your floor cleaned by a Roomba,
you've got to clean up your floor.
Yeah, you need to live in an unmoved-in apartment. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or if you forget, if you close a door, or it's like.
But think about the convenience.
You know how many, like, it is convenient. I haven't slept.
What I'm saying is,
in about a year.
Think about the convenience as you're picking up all this shit off the floor that shouldn't be on the floor in the first place. And you're like, man, this is so convenient. I love this machine. It's doing a great job.
My clothes, as soon as I take them off, go right on the floor.
Really?
Yeah. I have a dresser. It takes way too long.
I remember last time we talked, you said that you right after work, it's shower time.
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you do the MC Hammer shower time song?
No, what's that?
Shower time. Shower time. Yeah. So anyways, our shower has like a very specific area in the span of the turning of the knob. Mm-hmm. It's a one knobber. Mm-hmm. And it's got a very, very, very defined area where it's cold. Mm-hmm. Temperature.
If you go too far, is it scalding hot?
Temperature for humans. And then there's like you're making spaghetti.
That's right.
You're boiling fucking noodles. So like
don't break the noodles in half.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. But I'm just saying, like, if you brought the noodles in there and just stood there under
Jesus, that's crazy. The hotel that Alex and I stayed in this last weekend, the pressure on the shower head was so high that you could like strip paint off a deck with it.
Yeah, like skin's coming off and stuff.
Yeah, and actually I re-tilted it too, and I didn't realize this, and I like stepped out of the way.
Yeah.
And it started spraying the back wall because the pressure was so high.
And then you got
and then I got out of the tub, and I was like,
it's all over the floor.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
all over the floor.
What a mess.
Yeah.
That sucks for the cleaning people.
And then I dropped my socks in it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
And you lost your keys.
That brings us pretty much full circle. You know what you don't need keys for?
Taking a shower?
A horse. No, we're all the way
We're
back
like
around.
completely like opposite of that. What do you need keys for? A horse shower. Horse shower.
A horse shower. To shower in horse
Using
shit.
the high pressure.
On that note, our street tacos are sitting outside.
We should go get them.
50 of them. 50 street tacos for the whole damn office.
Dude.
Not the whole office.
It's gonna be epic.
Yes. Let's go stuff our faces.
Let's go.
And then we'll shit our asses later.
Oh, speak for yourself, my friend.